Gwyn Burton, I'm 62 and I come from Waipower in Central Hawke's Bay. I'm married to Sally, who's a little bit younger than me, and I have a son, Sam, who's 19. Sally's a nurse and she's the clinical nurse manager and she works in the Hastings Hospital. April the 8th to us was just a normal day. I was going tramping in the Ruahinis with my good friend Bruce Perry.
You know, I barely said goodbye to him at 5:30 this morning. Sort of opened one eye and thought, oh, see you in a couple of days. Never did I think that he'd end up being brought in the helicopter.
We'd arranged to drive to Kandahar Road, where I was going to leave the car, go up the track to Longview Hut, and from there we were going to traverse along the ridge, drop down to the right to Leo Kingvig Hut. You'll have to excuse me because after my accident I'm still stuttering a little bit. Leo Kingvig Hut, where we were going to stay the night. The following day we were going to walk out from there over the top, down into the river and back to the car. It's something we do quite a lot. To us it was just a normal tramp. What I thought slipped. My right leg went from underneath me and I went down. And as I went down, I could feel a paralysis coming up my leg. And I knew that something wasn't right. And I said to Bruce, as I went down, I said, I think I'm having a stroke. And Bruce, what? I said, I didn't say it the second time because by that time, it had travelled up there. I dropped down and I was unconscious, literally. I couldn't move my arm, I couldn't speak, and I was down on the trail. I was there for, I think, approximately 3 hours before, and you've got to experience this, the sound of a helicopter in the distance. Now, there's nothing sweeter when you're in the state that I was in than to hear the sound of a rescue helicopter. I'm an experienced military man. I knew there was going to be a problem because I knew how low the cloud was and I knew the time lag. And they could say, the pilot could have said, it's too dangerous, you know, it's too low, we're not coming in for you. But they flew. And I'm sorry. I'm grateful that they flew.
Well, I was sitting in my office doing some work on the computer and the telephone rang and switchboard said, we've got one of St John's ambulance paramedics on the phone, specifically wants to talk to you, which is not unusual. I'm the manager there and we often correspond. And so typing away and answered the phone, hi, Sally here. He said, oh, hi, Sally, it's Stephen Smith. And I said, oh, hello, Stephen, how are you? Carried on typing away. He said, hi, Sally. He said, I'm with Gwyn. And I said, you can't be. He's in the Ruahinis. He left at 5:30 this morning. And he said, yes, I'm with Gwyn. I went, oh. I said, I didn't know you were going tramping. And he said, no, he said, he's all right, but.
They managed to lift me out of the hut and get me to the hospital. And by getting me to the hospital within a 4-hour time frame, they managed to give me a drug which managed to break down the clot that was causing all the problems. And now you see the state I'm in. I mean, you know, I've still got problems. I'm going to have problems for quite a while. But I can walk, you know, I can talk, you know, I can think, and I've got a wife, and I've got a son, and I can go back to my wife and son every night.
Now there's a very, very tight window of opportunity to do this, and you know, certainly the location where Gwyn was, without the helicopter and getting him back, then there's no way that they would have been able to proceed. So how he arrived, he may well have remained, you know, paralysed and unable to speak.
And they just say, oh, it was nothing, you know, but they had a pilot, you know, they had a co-pilot, a crewman, you know, a paramedic. They had all those guys there who put their life on the line every time they fly. Don't listen to them. put their life on the line. I know, I've been in those situations. They put their life on the line every time they fly, and they flew out, and they flew in those conditions. And if you'd have seen the place that they landed to get me out, you know, I mean, what can you say? You know, they got me to the hospital. They got me to hospital in the time period that allowed them to give me the drug, that allowed me to be in the conditions that I'm in now. You know, on that day, it was us, you know, but it could have been your daughter, your brother, your sister, your mother, your auntie, your uncle. It doesn't just happen, you know, to another person. It could happen to you. And it's not just people who go tramping. Bruce and myself are both volunteer firemen. We've both been involved in lifting patients and getting to hospital. So there's that involved as well. It's not just the odd silly trampers who disappear off into the middle of the Rohingyas. There's other reasons that they call the helicopter out, which you've got to take into account. So come on, guys, you know, get your hands in your pockets. It is such a worthwhile trust and worth supporting.